Almost every heritage food brand your grandparents trusted has been quietly bought out by mega corporations. They stripped out the real ingredients and replaced them with cheap synthetic sludge to save pennies. But a few holdouts refuse to compromise. Today, we are opening the clean list. These are the only 5 supermarket staples that haven't sold out. Number 1. Kerrygold Irish Butter. If you buy standard American butter, you are likely buying a watered-down product from factory farm cows. The dairy industry feeds these cows a strict diet of genetically modified corn and soy, simply to fatten them up and produce milk as fast as mathematically possible. It's an assembly line. This completely destroys the natural omega-3 profile of the dairy. The butter comes out stark white, so factories actually have to pump it full of artificial coloring just to make it look real. Worse, millions of people still buy margarine, thinking it's a healthy alternative. Margarine is nothing but hydrogenated vegetable oil. It is literal machine lubricant dyed yellow. Kerrygold is the gold standard for a reason. They haven't sold out to the factory model. Ireland's strict agricultural climate allows their cows to graze on rich green pastures almost year-round. That natural grass-fed diet naturally produces a deep, dark yellow butter packed with beta-carotene, omega-3s, and vitamin K2. It is pure, high-octane fuel for your brain, your joints, and your hormones. There is no food coloring, and there are no synthetic additives. It's just milk from cows eating what they were biologically designed to eat. Number 2, 100% pure, local honey and real maple syrup. Look in the average American pantry, and you will find a plastic bear full of honey-flavored syrup or a plastic bottle of commercial pancake syrup. Turn it around and read the label. The first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, followed by artificial caramel coloring and chemical preservatives. It is factory-made, liquid diabetes. But even if you buy a jar that says 100% honey, you are still likely being scammed. Most of the commercial honey on the supermarket shelf is a product of what the industry calls honey laundering. Mega corporations import cheap, ultra-filtered liquids from overseas that have been illegally cut with rice syrup and maltose to stretch profit margins. All the natural pollen, antioxidants, and enzymes are completely boiled out. When you consume that, you are basically pouring liquid corn syrup straight into your engine. It violently spikes your insulin and trashes your liver. Real, raw, local honey is literally a forever food. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are thousands of years old and still perfectly safe to eat. It never expires, it naturally fights off bacteria, and it helps your body adapt to local allergies. If you need fuel that burns sweet, buy raw, unfiltered honey or 100% pure maple syrup. If it requires a corporate chemistry lab to produce, do not put it in your tank. Number 3, 100% extra virgin olive oil. The cooking oil aisle is the most corrupt section of the modern grocery store. It is a documented fact that over 70% of the olive oil imported to supermarket shelves is completely fake. Mega corporations and even international crime syndicates take a tiny amount of real olive oil and cut it with cheap, highly processed industrial seed oils like canola or soybean oil. They bottle it in clear plastic, which makes the oil oxidize and go rancid under the supermarket fluorescent lights, but they still illegally slap extra virgin on the label. You think you are buying a heart-healthy fat, but you are actually buying highly inflammatory industrial waste that destroys your cellular walls. You need to look for brands with strict third-party certifications like California Olive Ranch, or oils that carry a certified PDO seal from Europe. Always buy it in a dark glass bottle or a metal tin to protect it from the light. Real olive oil is cold-pressed, meaning it's extracted using heavy mechanical pressure, not extreme heat and chemical solvents like modern seed oils. It is a single-ingredient ancient fat that reduces inflammation instead of causing it. If your oil comes in a clear plastic bottle, throw it in the trash. Number 4, Ezekiel sprouted grain bread. In the thumbnail of this video, you saw massive red X's over popular breakfast cereals and standard commercial wheat bread. That is because modern grain products are heavily processed, stripped of their fiber, and sprayed with toxic weed killers. Commercial bread is no longer baked, it is rapidly manufactured. In the 1960s, the food industry invented a high-speed process to pump dough full of extra yeast, enzymes, and chemical dough conditioners so they could get a loaf from raw flour to the plastic bag in under 3 hours. They completely eliminated the natural fermentation process that humans used for thousands of years to break down the toxic phytic acid in grains. That is exactly why everyone suddenly has a gluten intolerance today. Your body literally cannot process this new synthetic sponge. It spikes your blood sugar and destroys your gut lining. If you are going to buy bread at the supermarket, you have to look in the freezer section for Food for Life's Ezekiel bread. It hasn't sold out. It contains no flour, no sugar, and 0 artificial preservatives. It is made from freshly sprouted organic grains and legumes. Because it does not have the synthetic chemicals that keep normal bread soft on a shelf for a month, it has to be kept frozen. That is exactly how real biological food should behave. Number 5. Pasture-raised eggs. For decades, the medical establishment and the food industry lied to you, claiming that the cholesterol in eggs was bad for your heart. When people finally woke up and stopped believing that claim, corporations pivoted. They started factory farming chickens in dark warehouses, feeding them cheap, genetically modified soy, and labeling cartons vegetarian fed to make them sound premium. Do not fall for the marketing scams on the carton. Mega corporations print words like cage-free and all-natural to make you feel good. Cage-free legally just means they crammed 100,000 birds into a dark, windowless industrial warehouse where they never see a single blade of grass or feel the sun. Chickens are not vegetarians. They are omnivores and apex predators of the insect world. Look for the words pasture-raised, such as Vital Farms, or better yet, buy from a local farmer in your town. A factory farm egg has a paper-thin shell and a pale, watery yellow yolk. A pasture-raised egg has a thick, heavy shell and a deep, dark orange yolk. That dark color is the visual proof of actual nutrient density. Stop paying mega corporations to slowly poison your engine with cheap synthetic replacements. Stick to the clean list. If you want to keep your machine running, hit subscribe. Next week, we are exposing the water pumped lie they are selling you at the meat counter. See you then.